discover new pathways and bring you information and ideas that are going to make a difference in your life. Who I have today with me is Lisa Day. She is an award-winning author. She is a coach. She is a trainer and a speaker. And one of the things that we're excited about is we get to be the first. We're going to talk with her about their new books that are going to be coming out this fall. And they're the My Now series, and she's going to tell us about that. But first of all, you might want to check out the Yes, I Can and I Will, which is a great book for parents. Well, welcome, Lisa, to Profiles.
Thank you so much, Phyllis, for having me. I appreciate you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, you know, what's so exciting is that we get a chance to talk about something new, because the Yes, I Can and I Will was a really profound book. I'm sure I like the Yes, I Can, because that kind of idea's been out there, but the I Will has a whole different feel to it, which is what you want your children to do. They say, yes, ma'am, I will do such and such.
Yes.
So you kept wanting to do something more, I guess. Is that true?
Yes, I think because my heart really is there to make a difference in youth and young adults, that I was blessed to connect and collaborate with a bunch of other people that have the same heart I do. So we came together, like 17 of us came together and did a book, a couple of them, but there's this My Now series is set up similar to like Chicken Soup for the Soul series.
Oh, good.
Okay, with a theme,
yeah.
with a theme. So the first book that I collaborated with was My Now for the College Grad. And the goal for each author was, what wisdom would you share with the college graduate when they're launching their careers? What advice would you give them? Mm-hmm. And so that was easy for me, because it's all about, for me, I've been all about character building and, you know, what kind of goals do you want to set, and teaching independence and for them to thrive in the gifts and talents that they've been given. So now we're just getting to the point where they're launching themselves out into the real world.
Yes. Yes. Well, you know, in the past, and I'm saying there's probably some of that now, what you get is you get your professors to talk to you.
Yes.
You get a whole lot of uncles and aunts and people that say, well, you know, you got to do blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah.
And, or, you know, like in some of the movies they show you. Then the other thing you get is you get this incredible speaker at your graduation who says maybe some very profound things, but it's kind of like disjointed. Would you say that? Yeah.
Well, because they may not be hearing it enough.
Yeah.
And so in that 20 minutes that they might be hearing somebody, when was the last time they heard something like that, and when are they going to hear it again?
Exactly.
But can you imagine if we were inspired by people like that on a regular basis in order to fulfill the dreams that we would like to achieve in our life?
Wonderful. That's true. It would be, I think we'd see a big difference in the world.
Yes.
I mean, I think everybody would shift. It's not just, quote, smart people, as we say that. It's going to be everybody, because they're going to have something to fall back on. So tell us what's inside.
Well, in the chapter that I wrote, and every single one of them were great, because when I got this book, honestly, I felt like I was opening up a new book for Christmas, because I didn't know what everybody else was reading, because I wasn't the one who began the project. And there is so much wisdom from so many people from all different walks of life that have succeeded in life, that had great advice and wisdom. For me, I titled mine Success, How Bad Do You Want It? Okay, and I encouraged each of them to sit back now, if they haven't already, to really create their bucket list. What do you want to do? For me, I wanted to be able to travel the world. I love to be able to learn about different cultures. And, you know, whether it's skydiving or hang gliding or, you know, going to Hawaii or Australia and swimming with dolphins. But in the meantime, I wanted them to be able to take some steps of what's really important to get them from where they are now to where they want to go. And one of the big ones was find some great mentors in your life.
Well, that's really critical.
Right. And we all have different areas of our life where it may not just be one mentor. It may be several of them. And to collaborate. Like when I'm doing my writing, I might have a story to tell you or something to teach you, but I'm the one who's not good at the editing. I mean, like, I need to be able to have a team when I'm doing a writing project. You know, it's the same thing with you and I sitting here. You and I love to be engaged with people and to talk with them, but we need other people to help us make this happen.
That's right.
So when college grads can really get that in their mind when they're trying to make their career what they want it to be, there's people that are going to come along beside them in order to help them along the way that have more wisdom or different techniques that they can add to what they need.
And I think you find if you go to somebody, they're honored And they are going to, a lot of times people think I'm just bothering this person, but you're not. I think most people are very honored that you do that.
Yes.
Well, now you talked about the college student, but what about student leader?
That's right.
Which, by the way, I think we ought to have them from kindergarten on. What do you think?
Yes, that's true.
We need them.
That's true. That's true. That book is a brand new book that's in the process of being written right now. And the plan is that it'll launch in August or September of this year.
Good. Good timing with school.
Yes, absolutely. And it'll be geared sort of toward like middle school to college students. But as you said, leadership is leadership.
That's right.
Okay? So for me, I wanted to be able to really get them to understand that whatever it is that they're trying to pursue, leadership is going to be involved. Whether you're a great athlete, or whether you want to do something in science, or whether you want to do something with doctors or medicine, then other people are going to be involved to make that happen. And we're going to have to take the leadership in order to make that happen. Does that make sense?
It makes all the sense. When you talk about mentoring, I have frequently given a talk that said my father, my mentor.
Yes.
And one of the things that he did when I was maybe 4 or 5,
Yes.
Took away all this upset that I had because the kids were making fun of me.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, very wisely, he said, you know what, Phyllis, someday you're going to make money talking.
Yeah.
Because you care about people. And when you think of a 4 or 5-year-old listening to something
That's
like
right.
that, that's kind of what you're saying, isn't
That's
it?
right. That's right. That's exactly right. And those seeds were planted.
Well, they were.
And they bared fruit.
They certainly did.
That's right.
And they're still bearing fruit.
Yeah. And when I was writing, what I wanted the student reader to be able to see in the chapter that I wrote is that regardless of your talents or gifts, you can do whatever you want. And I wanted to make it very real for them, where I found like 4 teenagers that I have done amazing things today that I would love to meet them. And at some point I will. I've decided I'm going to meet them. One of them was like Zach's Little Red Wagon. This was a little kid at 8 years old, okay, that had survived Hurricane Charlie. And he was so moved by the homeless kids that didn't have anything, that he decided to do a walkathon from Tallahassee, Florida to Atlanta, Georgia to raise money to get school backpacks for homeless kids.
Yeah.
Did you hear the story about that?
Oh, yes, I've heard
It's
that
amazing.
one and some of the other ones. And that's what when I was saying kindergarten, because
Yeah.
that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing
Right.
the very young people
Yes.
that are just going, because I say they haven't been beat up enough out here in the world. And they're not so tied into what everybody thinks.
Yeah, and then recently, this young girl that's a senior in high school out in California ended up, I believe it was the Intel Award for $50,000 she won.
Wow.
Because she got really tired of her cell phone dying all the time. And she went into her science lab and she created this thing that I don't even know how to explain. It's got big science words in it, okay? But it's about the size of my little pinky finger nail.
Yeah.
And this one thing charges her cell phone in 20 to 30 seconds.
Well, everybody needs that. Everybody needs that.
Now, how cool is that?
That's true. That's true. And we really need to nurture that.
Yes.
We need that to
Yes.
keep happening.
Yes.
So your book is designed to do that.
That's right.
I say your book, and I know that it's a collaboration.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
we don't want to dishonor all those wonderful people
Right,
that are adding
right.
parts to it.
Right, but we have a passion where we want to make a difference in the youth. And we want them to use the gifts because they're our future.
Are any of your books in any other languages other than English?
Not at this time.
I like the way you said that. So you need some people to step up and help you get it?
Absolutely, absolutely. That would be
Because
great.
it's not that, English-speaking people are the only ones that need student leaders or
Yes.
the only ones that need parenting or any of these other things.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I'm glad that you're going to be doing that.
yes.
Is there anything else you want to say about these 2 books before we close today?
I think that every student needs both of them. And the reason why is because if there's one thing that I learned many years ago from mentors in my life that have gotten me where I am today, I'm going to give Charlie Tremendous Jones credit for it. He has this little book called Life is Tremendous. And he said, the 2 things that will determine where you're going to be 5 years from now are the people you meet and the books you read.
And the books you read.
And if we have enough discipline to be able to make that happen in our life, we can conquer the world.
The sky's the limit, right?
It is.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us on Profiles. I know that the community out there is very excited
Yes.
that these books are coming out. I know I am, and I know how
Yes.
important they are and how much they
Yes.
mean.
Yes.
Well, thank you again, and thank all of you for joining us on Profiles with Phyllis. One of the things I want you to know is that you are valuable and you do make a difference.
Yes.
Go out today and make a difference, even if it's smiling at somebody, because you never know how important that is. Take care, and I'll be talking to you soon.